Alexa, play Chicken Fried.
Playing Chicken Fried from your library on Amazon Music.
Hey guys, Al here. Maybe we can see what we got going on today. We are going to be making something special and chicken fried. My lovely assistant Patty is working the camera for me. I'm just going to lower this just a little bit now that you got the theme going. Okay, so we're going to make chicken wings, okay? But the question is to fry or not to fry. That is the question. Here's the competition over here. Okay, we have the OG, original gangsta air fryer. You know, everything's a big thing right now about air frying, but this is the original unit. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. Had one of these for about 20 plus years. New wave oven, flavor wave. Actually, you can hold a turkey. But it's a big craze right now to air fry. But this is the original one, and I love it better. A, it's cheaper and can hold a lot more stuff. And then, of course, we have your traditional fryer over here. We're going to heat that up to 375 when we're ready. And then we'll have the battle. But you're probably wondering, what kind of wings are we making today? Well, we are making garlic Parmesan wings. Of course, I have my drink. My lovely wife Patty's got me a little vodka cocktail. Garlic parm. Everybody loves those. Of course, and we'll get to the ingredients and everything in the next segment. But if you know, you can easily make these into hot wings. You know, you basically just mix your favorite hot sauce with butter. You cut it with melted butter until you get the heat you want. You know, the hotter, the less butter. The not so hot, the more butter. So anyway, we're gonna get into the wings. Make as many as you want. But first thing is when you come to the when you go to the grocery store, you know, usually the wings don't come like these three parts here. They actually come from our... That's a duck, right? So I don't know how to make a chicken sound. How do you make a chicken sound? Can I make a chicken sound? Alright, I don't know how to make a chicken sound, but anyway, it's kind of a duck song. But anyway, so the wings, you got joints here. See the joints in movement here? Okay, so this is your wing tip. This is your drumette. And then this is what your classic wing is. Very, very simple, folks. Okay, you're going to find the joint. It's right here. Careful with your fingers of the knife. And you're just going to cut through it. Sometimes you got to do a little crack. And take that off. And then you're going to look for the knuckle. You can kind of see the knuckle right here on the drumette. Okay, so you're going to want to cut right behind it. Smooth motion. And then now you have your wing and drumette. So again, you got your drumette, your wing, and what they call the wing tip. Now you can save these and make chicken stock. You can put them in the freezer for a future time. I mean, that's got meat on it. It's got fat on it. Great for chicken stock. So you don't have to throw these out, but if you can, we can do that. So not a problem. So we'll be right back and we'll get cooking. Okay, so as you can see, well, first of all, we got the chicken dance on as our playlist right now, the chicken dance. I'll lower that, but and I was corrected. I couldn't figure out a chicken sound, but cluck, 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 cluck. I guess that's a chicken sound, but I've never heard a cluck out of a chicken, but one of them must have done it at some point. So, moving on. So you can see, again, it's just the two of us here in Mexico. We'll give you maybe some Spanish lessons coming up here as well, as we do since we live here, and there's different names for the standards that you have in English. But you can see, so I started out with 8 real wings and cut those up. You can see we have 8 quote-unquote wings and then 8 drumettes. Okay, now the air fryer is going to take about 16 minutes, where the deep fryer is going to take about 8 minutes. The air fryer, maybe after 8 minutes, you might want to turn them or just check them to see, if they're browning on both sides. Usually does a pretty good job, though. Usually don't have to, but it's always good to check. And with this air fryer, again, the OG one, it's see-through. So actually, while I'm doing that, because I love this thing and been doing it for years, or having one for years. Some of them come with an extender ring. If you haven't seen these before, then you can do literally like a 15-pound turkey in this thing, and then all kinds of racks, multi-levels. And this again is the original air fryer. Like this brand here is just, I don't know what, I bought it in Mexico off of Amazon Mexico, and I think it was like $60 US, somewhere around 1,200 pesos. But anyway, so for this battle, we're gonna go ahead and put 8 wings in here, and then 8 wings in the fryer. But I'm gonna start here because it'll take a little longer. So I'm just gonna place my wings. I just kind of put a little olive oil on the rack, or canola, or the cooking spray is fine. Separate them out the best you can. It's not a big deal. Now the benefit maybe with the air fryer is that you could actually maybe season them, because it's going to bake on, right? So you can put some seasoning, but I want a real competition of fried versus fried, or actually fry or not to fry. So I didn't do that. With an air fryer, you can season them. So what I would have done potentially, if I'm just air frying, which I usually do, but I'm curious to see how this battle turns out, if you can taste the difference or not from a traditional restaurant-styled deep fried wing. But otherwise, I'd probably put a little bit of salt and garlic powder on it as it bakes, just to get some of that flavor into the skin. The problem is you don't do it in a deep fryer; it's just going to burn right off. Now, you could maybe, if you wanted to marinate them overnight with some of the seasonings on it, but that's going to take quite a bit longer process than just cut up the wings, stick them in. So anyway, so we're just going to use my other hand right now, because the other one touched chicken, and I am going to put the top on my air fryer. I'm going to set the dial for about 16 minutes. We will check them when they get golden brown. They're ready to roll. You can temperature probe them, of course, to make sure at 165 degrees Fahrenheit would be is a good temperature for wings. I already have this up at around 400, which is just over the 392. On this, again, living in Mexico, everything's Celsius, but this was nice enough to have some Fahrenheit, so it's a little over 200 Celsius. So all you have to do on this unit is just drop it, and I guess it would probably help if I plugged it in, okay? So that's why this is live, people. This is not pre-recorded. This is as it happens, just like the news. Okay, here we go. We're going to drop it. Let's see what happens. The light should turn on. There we go. That convection and that light. So that's going to give a nice browning and crisping. All right. I'm going to start working on the garlic Parmesan sauce, which is going to consist of mantequilla, which is butter in Mexico, or Spanish. Queso Parmesano, which is Parmesan cheese, a little bit of fresh garlic, some granulated garlic, granulado, ajo garlic, and perejil, which is parsley, dried parsley. Of course, you could always use fresh. So, okay, these are starting to bake, and I'll start working on the sauce video portion, and we will see you in just a moment. Be right back. And we're back. I found another version of Chicken Dance on Amazon. So we're in the chicken mood still. Our wings are getting cooked over here. I put those in to get those going, as you saw just a moment ago. But now it's time to have a sauce. Okay, so whether it's fried or baked. So the sauce is consisting of, okay, we went with a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of dried or fresh parsley, and yes, a tablespoon of minced garlic. We use this stuff in a jar. Of course, fresh is always good, but this stuff actually is pretty good. And a 1/4 cup of melted butter. You can use salted or unsalted. I like the sweet cream butter, so we're going to go with that. And then basically you just mix it. If you want more or less sauce, you just remix it up, because what happens at the end, we're going to coat these. Now if you make this ahead of time, just pop it back in the microwave for a little bit. Cover it, because it splatters. So you don't want to mess in your microwave and blame me for those efforts. So I'm going to just taste this here, see if I need to adjust any ratios. Oh my God. Oh, really good. That's going to serve as a nice coating of these wings when they're done. So my oil is coming up to temp. Let's check right now. Looks like we're pretty much there. So I guess I'm gonna pop these in the fryer here. Let me just get my tongs. And I got this for like $2 at the grocery store. It's a splatter screen. So I'm trying that. This is actually a fondue pot, but we don't have a dedicated fryer, and it should work fine. I guess we'll find out live. So you work in batches here. I think I should be able to get all these in with no problem and get them frying, sizzling up nicely. Getting some pops. I'm just trying to. That's why you want to always make sure, I forgot to tell you, is to pat your wings dry of any excess moisture to avoid the popping. So I'm going to get this splatter screen on as soon as I can. Again, these wings should probably take about 8 minutes. So let me get this splatter screen on. Never tried it. I'm going to try it now. Ah, there. And by the way, never do this naked. You'll get up some weird burns. So, alrighty. So we got the battle going on right now of to fry or not to fry. That is the question. Our beautiful sauce. And when these are done, of course, I'm going to put those on some paper towels to just drain the excess grease. It's already draining, and you can see in there, you can see the grease dropping down below. And then we'll toss them up, and we'll do a taste test. All right, we'll be back right with you. Okay, so these deep fried wings have been out in there for about 11 minutes. Anywhere between 8 to 12 is kind of the average. Just wait until they get nice and brown. My splatter screen that I got, as you can see by the towel, was splattering above and beyond. It was doing its job above and beyond. So I'm just going to move this to the side for a moment. I'm going to take these wings out. They look nice and golden. We're going to put these over here to just to drain them. Get this oil off there for a few moments. Some hot oil. Always be careful around hot oil, of course. The oil, especially with wings, if they're not breaded or coated, definitely is something that could be reused. Even if you had some coating, if you have like a coffee filter or a fine mesh strainer and filter out the little bits, no reason to waste it, and just kind of label it in a container as maybe deep fry oil. It'll stay for probably a couple weeks or so, if you got some more frying to do. Okay, so these, as you can see, are just about done. They're looking pretty delicious. I'm actually going to make a spot. I want to compare these side by side, so I'm going to stack those over there. This cool hat that I got here, by the way, it's one you've seen me on before. It says Riviera Maya, established 1970. I had to have it because that's where I live, and I was born in 1970, so I didn't know that this area in general was created in 1970. It includes Cancun and Playa del Carmen and Tulum, other areas known as the Riviera Maya. So good little nugget there. Okay, so this is about the ding. Might as well just force it at this point. Let me take that off. Those look pretty browned and delicious. Okay. This thing comes with a little holder too, which is kind of neat. So I'm just going to slide that beautiful sauce over here a little bit, just for safety reasons. I just want to make sure, we're all safe. Or at least I'm safe. Just one moment, I got to unplug this thing. Okay. That's unplugged. Oh, let's move that a little bit. Okay, good. All right, so I moved that a little bit. So now we're going to put these wings. So they look like fried wings. We're going to stack those up. I don't want to mess it up. So here we go. I'm going to put those to the right. Everybody remembering, right is non-fried. These are deep fried. So let's see if we can see the difference after I get these stacked. And then we're going to toss a couple in here. and we'll see how that goes. Patty, do you want to do the taste challenge? Or they're a little hot probably, right? Yeah, you might burn your lip. I seem to have like what do they call, like a Superman mouth. I can eat hot stuff and don't get burnt. Asbestos. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So visually, it's really hard for me right now to tell the difference. It almost looks like the air fried ones are a little browner, but again, it could be how long you leave them in the deep fryer versus the oven. On the air fryer oven, at around 400 degrees. I put those in for, I think I told you guys 16 minutes. It took about 18 minutes to get to this status, and I thought they looked about right then. But each one's is a little bit different, and the temperature, of course, is a big factor. So now we're gonna take a couple that I dropped, at least on a towel, so we're good. We're good. Plus the surface is clean. Couple of the deep fried ones, and we're gonna put them in the sauce here, and we're gonna make it all happy. Get them all mixed around, get them all coated and nice. Remember, left is deep fried. Okay, I won't keep you guys going with that, but all right, we're gonna put those on here. Okay, so those look pretty darn good. All right, so now we're gonna grab a bundle of joy from the other side. Since it looks like I had 2 drumettes in the last one, I'm going to take 2 drumettes here. I should have got one in each, but I just want to keep this competition fair. I don't want to be cheating on the fryer. So just going to roll those around. Of course, if I wasn't using one hand and rocking it, I would definitely just toss these in the bowl with the hand motion. But this gets the job done. So there's excess here, good for dipping. You could definitely take some of this, maybe mix it with some sour cream, might be really good for a dipping sauce, or use your favorite ranch, or whatever you like. But I don't really use a dipping sauce. So I'm going to put these again. The right is non-fried. Okay, so if you want to give it a little bit of extra oomph, again, we're going to a couple things here. So you can get your platter. And of course, everybody loves some Parmesan. You can put a couple little dustings of extra Parmesan on there. And then maybe just for a little added color, even though it's already in the mix, we'll put a little bit of parsley flakes on it. Okay, so here is the real deal, folks. Deep fried, air fried. Deep fried, air fried. Okay, so Patty, should I try the fried or deep fried? Or the fried or not fried first? Alright, Patty says the not fried. Alright, here we go. Okay, I'm going to take a nice bite of this. Looks beautiful. Here we go. One moment. Holy crap, it's hot. Oh my god, hot. Oh my god, good. Oh, Cooked perfect. It was a little pink in the camera, but it's not, I assure you. I think I have some kind of like warm mode on, but it's not. Oh, hold on. Oh my god, it's delicious. Oh, that sauce is banging. Okay, so let me cleanse the palate with my lemon lime soda and vodka mix, kind of like a Mike's Hard Lemonade in the States. Okay, can't get that here, so we came up with our own version. Okay, so now we're going with the fried version. Again, look about the same. Let's see how the flavor is. Oh my god. It's like a repeat. Hold on. Oh wow. There you go. You right the bone. Sorry, it's still chewing. It's delicious. Look at my fingers. Wipe my mouth. Okay, oh, sorry about the bag here. Get rid of that. So, I guess the verdict is in. Really can't taste much of a difference. To be honest with you, the fried one, I taste were a little more greasy. A couple options. A, when I was with you guys here, I really didn't let them drain for too long, so that could be a factor. You could also just pat them dry quickly before you put them in the sauce. Otherwise, I really couldn't tell the difference. The air fried, of course, they said about fried food, if it's at the right temperature, is going to absorb about 10% in terms of oil concentration. So you are getting some added fat by deep frying versus air frying. There's no added fat. Of course, you'll get even a higher percentage if yours is not at the right temperature. So always check. These is 375 is recommended. If it was like if you put too many in and the temperature dropped, or you did it at 320, let's say, it's going to suck in more oil. We want it really hot. What happens is instantly a reaction happens. I feel like Alton Brown here. Instantly a reaction happens, and what happens is the moisture inside is fighting with the oil from the outside, trying to get out, and that's trying to get in, and that's what gives you that crispy exterior and really not a greasy flavor. If you do it right, fried food really isn't that greasy. If you do it wrong, very greasy and doesn't taste good. So anyway, instead of looking at my chewed up parts, let's go back and look at the chicken. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll do some more. Coming up soon is going to be pico de gallo, like real Mexican pico de gallo. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to eat dinner right now. So peace out.